Hello, everyone. That is long for Belingle, and this is
He loves that Asian kid.
when it comes to photography. So we're really excited to be talking about that tonight. But of course, we want you to obviously participate. So if you have any questions or you want to make a comment in the comment section or whatever, go ahead and do that. We will try to answer your questions or at least acknowledge you on the live stream tonight, if at all possible. But before we do any of that, I do want to talk about something really done, and tonight is the world premiere on my YouTube channel. It'll also be on my IGTV and on my Facebook page, but I wanted you all to see it first here. So we're going to go to Why Create by Matusi, and as I said, Matusi is the guy who did the short film for me, so hope you enjoy. You know, God has given his creation, us, the power of creativity. For me, photography is the expression of that gift. Creating can literally encompass every aspect of someone's life, and that's truly amazing to me in many different ways. It's a great way for people to express not only their ideas, their beliefs, and their values, and just kind of anything and everything that is about them. You know, I love the difficulty in creating because it can be hard to original. But you know, when you take an image, especially of someone like I do, when someone recognizes your photo, you realize that you made something beautiful. You know, portrait photography in particular is something that's always fascinated me. I don't really know what it is, if it's just seeing the expression, seeing the vulnerability of an individual, but it really just caught my eye when I started doing photography. Probably my favorite part about creating is the fact that I get to see looks and the reactions of individuals that I take pictures of. You know, sometimes it's a hug or crying. Either way, the payoff is just incredible. Makes me coming back. Okay. So sorry about that. It was kind of a little laggy, but that was the video. It will be uploaded to the YouTube channel probably tomorrow because it's starting to get late.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going to be uploaded tomorrow, so definitely check it out at the full res. It's in 4K, so I think you're really going to like that. But anyway, Josh, as I said in the title, we're talking about the first thing tonight, which is why we shoot Nikon. So I guess, do you want to kick it off? Or you want me to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, the only reason why I shoot Nikon is because this guy right here introduced me to photography, and Nikon is what I started off with, and I just really haven't, as the term is, get my feet out there, get my feet wet, try new things. So that's honestly why I've only been using Nikon, because I haven't really had the chance to really expand yet.
Yeah.
You know, if I ever wanted to go that way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Definitely, when we went into partnership, it was really important, at least for me, to be in that Nikon ecosystem because that's the system I was in. So I thought, you know, if I'm going to shoot Nikon, look, I mean, actually, let me put it this way. He's not forced to shoot Nikon, but I do like that we are in the same ecosystem because of the fact that we can, you know, borrow lenses or cameras or whatever we want to do.
Exactly.
So it really helps when you have your partner be in the same, you know, ecosystem of cameras and lenses. But why I shoot Nikon specifically, so many of you may not know my story in photography, but basically I had started with no camera whatsoever. But I had started doing a lot of research on cameras.
Okay.
And when I initially was looking at getting a camera, I had no intention of doing anything like to make money off of it or anything like that. Majority of the time, I just wanted to bring it on a trip just to take some nice pictures and whatever, and take it with what I called a big camera, because typically I associated big cameras with professional photos. So Anyway, so that's what ended up happening. So I went ahead and I messaged a friend who was doing a lot of, photography, and he also did cinematography, all that type of stuff. And I said, look, I want to get into a system that is mostly focused on doing photography. And he said, okay. So kind of, what's your budget, whatever. So I started giving him all that information. And so basically he said, look, if you're going to just do mostly photography, my recommendation is to get a Nikon. And the reason he said that is because Nikon typically had cleaner, like high ISO levels. Okay. So when you bump the ISO, typically it was cleaner. Secondly, he said that Nikon's autofocus is really good.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, that's good because I'm going to be mostly using autofocus. I'm not going to be using manual focus.
Right.
And so basically that's kind of how I got my foot into the Nikon ecosystem, dipped my foot in the water, so to speak, is with that friend recommending the Nikon cameras to me. So like I said, he did both video and photography. So he actually was a Canon guy, which Canon's no slouch in photography either.
Right.
Really none of the camera companies nowadays are slouches. Sony, Canon, all of them are in great shape. And so what happened here? We lost our autofocus, started freaking out. This is so funny. Okay.
Boy. Hey,
there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Wave of a hand.
I'm not sure how that happened. This thing, I wish we're using a Logitech webcam. I wish it wouldn't autofocus because clearly we get problems like you just saw. So sorry about that. But anyway, so my friend, he did photo and video, so he was a Canon guy. But he recommended Nikon to me, and that's why I'm in Nikon today. It's really as simple as that. So anyway.
All right, tonight's just the night, ain't it?
Yeah, we're having a good time.
I think that's the great thing about live stream is as long as no matter what goes wrong or goes down or breaks, as long as you have fun, that's the whole point of live streaming.
That's what we're doing.
For us to have fun, connect with you guys.
Yeah. We're having fun. So that's the whole point of this thing. And also, we work for a television network, so we're, quite busy, and we also expect technical difficulties. We expect technical difficulties all the time. So anyway, so sorry about. Oh my goodness! I think this thing is dying on us. It's like freaking out. Okay, come on, come back in. This is so funny. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe we just need to keep closer.
I don't know why it's freaking out. That's so weird to me. But anyway, so yeah, we're totally used to technical difficulties. But so sorry you're having to witness them live on YouTube.
We promise we'll get it better in the future once we get better equipment.
Yeah. Speaking of which, maybe we should put a little plug here. We are raising money to get better live streaming equipment. We want to get more into that DSLR thing where basically the DSLR is our webcam, so to speak. And that way you'll have a better quality live stream. Also, we're looking at getting better lighting and getting a better set at some point in time. So trying to, renovate some room somewhere or whatever. Some place that we can actually have a dedicated studio for live streaming.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for you to produce videos as well.
Of course, yeah, because I know a lot of people have been wondering what I've been up to, and of course, as you know, I've already completed my GD, and I'm starting a tutoring bout now, and as soon as that's done, I plan on going off to college to learn some very useful skills.
Yep, and it's going to help.
And somewhere in between, hopefully make videos for YouTube and get out there.
Yeah. So anyway, technical difficulties. Who cares? It's live. So yeah. Okay. So we talked about why we shoot Nikon. So let's talk a little bit about why portraits.
Why portraits?
Why portraits?
Portraits. I love that accent. Portraits. Yeah. Mainly because I feel for myself is portraits is what really captures that particular moment per se. Especially in weddings, you're capturing a moment that only happens once. It's important you get it right because you're basically creating memories with portraits, I feel.
Absolutely.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with all other types of
Genres of photography.
yeah, genres is what I was trying to get at. There's nothing wrong with that. We just
Oh my goodness.
we love doing portraits because we love doing portraits because it, like I said, it captures that moment, and you can really it's basically like creating. You can create a type of scene, a memory around that. That's why I love doing portraits.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. It's something about creating an image that impacts
Exactly.
someone's memories, or brings back someone's memories. And so I think it's just an incredible thing. I guess you could say for me, primarily the reason I like to shoot portraits is because you can make money off of it. Not to say that money is the only thing we have to worry about when it comes to photography. But the thing is, it's nice that we have that option to take pictures of people and still make some type of little kickback from that. So that's one of my main reasons. But I do want to say I really love the artistry in portrait photography. I think it's a great avenue to express yourself in some way, and it also just helps, like we said, create memories for people. And we do all kinds of shoots. We do couple shoots, we do family shoots, we do just single portraits, senior shoots. All of them are as equally, important for that individual. Come on, buddy.
I also think along the line of money, I believe it's in the industry world of magazines and stuff like that. Portrait photography is one of the top leading types of photography out there, especially in magazines and websites and things like that. I think that's all one of the top leading brands of photography out there.
It is. It is. You know what? Guys,
I think we need to get a bit closer.
Either closer or this thing's broke. One or the other. That is so funny. It's like we step back and instantly went out of focus. So anyway, yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, definitely, it's nice that you can earn a living. You can earn a living off of any photography, but the thing is, like, especially, let's say, like landscape, you have to sell your prints, and oftentimes that can be difficult if you don't have a big portfolio. So,
right.
At least with portrait photography, you have a easier avenue as well, and then the artistry behind it, and
Of course.
At the end of the day, the memories for people, I think it's just an incredible opportunity we have, as photographers.
That's true.
So, so that's basically why we shoot Nikon and why we shoot portraits. Now, why do we create? I alluded a lot in my video why I like to create, but why do you like to create?
Actually, it kind of goes back on why we shoot portraits, because you can basically, as I said, create any scene you want out of anything, really. You can use it's like going back and, like, you can tell a story with the picture, that's why I like creating things like that, because you can get creative. You can do pose however you want, choose whatever scenery you want, whatever background you want. It's a great way for you to be creative and to get crazy.
Yeah. Get crazy, everybody. No, exactly. And so I think that's really cool, being in that creative process. As creators, we are constantly having to challenge ourselves to go above and beyond what we did last time, and so that's kind of what's so fun about being a creator, is that you can actually continue to challenge yourself in a way that's beneficial. Of course, it can be negative if you obsess over something or whatever, but at the end of the day, I really enjoy creating because it just challenges me to be a better photographer, to be a better creative person, so I just love that.
It's also a great way to express yourself, like, hey, look at me, without getting too crazy.
Yeah, not having an ego, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. So I don't know how you guys like to create, but I hope you all enjoy creating. Obviously, I think most of you who subscribe to our YouTube channel are creators. I don't think you would subscribe to a photography YouTube channel if you didn't enjoy photography of some sort. So thank you so much for subscribing to us, by the way. Speaking of subscribers, you know how many subscribers we have now?
What? Why don't we check?
Oh, okay. You're going to check. He's going to actually give you the exact number here.
All right, so to all the people, we have 2,613 exact subscribers.
That's
Mind-blowing.
yeah, it really is.
We honestly never thought we were going to get this big.
We literally were trying to figure out how we were going to get 100 subscribers, let alone now we're at 2,600. Our growth has slowed down a lot, I will say that. But then again, I'm not posting as regularly as I used to. In fact, I haven't posted in almost 2 months. I've just been literally bombarded at work and with getting everything organized for my schooling and stuff like that this semester. I just haven't had time to, get out there and create some new content for you guys. I am definitely creating some new content, working on it. As I mentioned, I'm still working on the new series, the Behind the Portraits, whatever we're calling it, because I think a lot of people really like seeing behind the scenes of sessions.
Right.
So I'm definitely still working on that. Hopefully that will be done within the next month or so. I say that, of course, who knows when it's going to be done. But also, you're going to start seeing set upgrades to my room here. This is actually, we're in my room right now. So you're going to start seeing set upgrades. Probably initially, you're going to see a big white table. We just got a new autonomous moving up and down table. Really nice. And, someone said one time I did some B-roll in my video of a lens, and it was black on black. The lens was black and the table was black. And someone said, you really need to have some contrast in your videos. So we went ahead and got the white table. That's actually where we're at right now, is on the new autonomous table. So anyway, you're going to see this new table in the set. And also you're going to see a lamp that has the red light on it like I had before. But eventually what I would like to do, probably maybe within the next 2 or 3 months, is I'm going to put like sound checkered tiles up here, the foam. Just first of all, it'll help with the audio, bring some of the echoiness down. And then secondly, because visually just really, really nice, actually, to have this checkered foam on the wall. It actually looks pretty cool.
So. I can agree with that. I've seen other YouTubers, mainly gamers, who use those. It has a nice touch and really concedes all the outside noise. Cancels out the outside noise.
Yeah, it helps. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of what's happening here. But like I said, we are looking for some different places to have a dedicated live streaming studio, and of course for Josh to be able to film new videos there. So here we go again. So the thing is, guys, if you go to my community tab, or our community tab, there is a link to the GoFundMe page. We're asking for phase 1. It's going to be 2,000. I think it's 2,000 we're asking, and that's going to cover a lens, a camera, and I forget what the other thing was, boom arms or something like that. Last time our live stream, we said we were going to get labs to have, so we talk without these microphones. But then we said, well, we've got these perfectly fine microphones. Why don't we just keep using these? And then, that will bring the cost down $1,000 in our budget. So we're going to do that.
Definitely looking to getting a new webcam of some sort.
Well, yeah, we're gonna use a DSLR instead. We're looking at the Sony A7 or A6400 to be our main camera, and then that will function as well for you to film videos for the channel.
Yeah. So we won't have problems like we're having tonight.
Yeah. So sorry, we've had all kinds of technical problems, but anyway, I pretty much have said all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think both of us have, other than hopefully sometime in the near future I'll be able to start recording videos and start contributing to the channel, because I know people are always wondering where I'm at, but of course, schooling and everything. But I'm definitely going to try to make an effort to get out there.
So Josh and I were going to record some videos tonight, but because of the silly technical difficulties of this live stream, we're not going to really have much time. So probably
In a few weeks or so,
in a
maybe
few
we can
weeks,
shoot.
you can come back on a Sunday again, and then we'll film some videos together because we need to get him back on the channel. It's been a while since he started doing his GED. He hasn't had time, but now that he's done with this GED, he has a little bit more time. He can come over and film some new content for the channel. So it's going to be good. I'm really excited about the direction this channel is going, and please continue to watch with us and work with us as we are continuing to try to produce content that is helpful to you in some way, shape, or form. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the live stream tonight. I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Well, like I said, the Y Create by Matusi will be up tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. But that way you can see it in its full 4K glory. So anyway, we hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever time you're watching this, and have a fantastic week. Belingle out.
Belingle out.
Belingle.